good evening. I guess we'll wait for the stream to fire up. And so far today, I've sanded the airplane. Not super detailed sanding where I sanded every square inch, but I sanded the entire airplane, and I shot another coat of clear on it. Started out at 50.8 ounces, and we're at 51.8 ounces. So I added 1 ounce of clear today, and it's looking pretty good, pretty good. So it needs some more sanding, and we're going to do some ink work yet. And it's got coming along. It's got a pretty nice finish on it, but the shine really doesn't come out until you start buffing. And but I am pretty happy with it. This buried real good. All the edges buried real good. So I've taken my foam block and Super 77 some 1000 grit on it. And I saw underneath here there's a spot that I need to flatten out, because let me show you the amount of clear. Okay, what's on this airplane as so far today was I mixed up another quart of clear. So what I did was I filled it up halfway, and then I filled it to the top. Then I filled my gun, and it brought it down to here. Well, I shot the clear on it, but it's pretty humid today. I mean, it's about ready to rain. So it was down to here with 1 coat of paint on it, or a dusting of paint on it, but it was blushing. So I filled it all the way back up with retarder. So this is retarded dope that's been thinned and retarded. So first it was dope to here, then it was filled to the top with thinner, then it was taken down, and then it was filled with retarder. So this is all the dope that's going to go on the airplane. So I got to get everything on the airplane with this, and I'm thinking we're going to be at about 53 ounces with this on. Yeah, I'm 3 ounces over my weight that I wanted to be, but I'll show you. This is at 51 now, and look where it balances. And everything's in it, I mean, including the tip weight. And this airplane, let's see if we can hold it up here, balances about 2 inches back from the leading edge. So the balance point is too far forward. So instead of adding any tail weight or anything like that, we're just going to put it on in paint. So what I need to do, I won't be shooting any more clear tonight. I'll just be sanding and inking, because, like I say, this is the rest of this paint will go on the airplane. This should be a super nice finish. You get your depth from the clear, but you got to sand. So the sanding is why people don't like to do dope finishes, because in order to get this kind of shine, you got to sand. And now it's time to be super careful with this thing, because I don't want to poke a hole in it now. You don't want to poke a hole in her now. Let me see here. We popped the chat out and put it over to the other side. Hey Daniel, can I pop the chat out? Chat. No. You can't pop the chat out of this, but I can on this side. Let's pop this out. Pop out chat. There we go. Come on. And I wonder if I can do that. I haven't been StreamYard. There we are. Let's see here. I want to open this up and bring this over. Now, it might be a little lagging on the chat because I'm running the chat on YouTube Studio. Well, hopefully tonight, Steve Berry will come in here and tell me that the plans are ready, because he said today on the stream that he should have them to me by tonight. Everybody's been waiting on them. It'll be a nice Thanksgiving present. But this is my Christmas present to myself, so I don't look to have this done until Christmas. Of course, I'm working on getting something together that I can do on the channel besides painting, because you guys are going to get tired of this real quick. Yeah, I did that one. Guess I could do this one. So, because there's a long ways to go on this, I'm hitting it with 400, then we'll hit it with 1,000. Then I'll shoot a little clear right here. If you're not willing to sand, a dope finish is not for you. It's just a lot of work, especially on a Beamer. You know, if you just want a utility finish, it's fine. But if you're looking to get that super pop, there's a lot of sanding. A lot of sand. There's 2 more sand outs left on this. Paul Taylor reminded me last night on the Hangout that I told him years ago, 2007, I think. Finish doesn't come from what you put on, it comes from what you take off. So I will drag the air hose over here and we'll get a coat on this. Is anybody out there besides Daniel? see here. We got Ronald. Plenty of, I got this open. I can't really keep up with that. I gotta let this go back in. We'll put it back. I'll just close that. And we'll do this. Plenty of work showing through with your finish. Yeah, well, it's got a long ways to go yet, Ronald. If you ever watch Wendy paint, watch some of Wendy's tapes. I knew he knew what he was doing when I watched him sand. Because he'd say, well, we got to sand this and sand, put it on and sand it and sand it. The only thing that Wendy does that I don't do is one coat is way too much from him. I mean, he puts the paint on. This airplane here will have more paint on it than I normally put on an airplane. I normally put 1 quart, and that's it. This will have 1.5 quarts. And that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm standing with 400 here because there was a lot to remove. You could do it with 6, but just take longer. And hit it with 4 and then hit it with 1,000. You gotta be careful. It could go too far real easy here. Okay, what do we got for watchers? 6 watchers. Steve, are you on here? How the plan's coming? Okay, there's 600. Let's hit it with 1,000. That's 25. That's 1,000. What did I do with the spray bottle? I know I set it off the table so I wouldn't poke a hole in my wing again. Where did I set it? Shit. The bitch, I gotta start writing it down where I set stuff. Gotta be here. Oh, here it is, laying down. I didn't take it off the table, I just laid it down. Now, theoretically, you could buff it from here. I mean, you really don't need more paint. But I don't have any ink lines on it, and I'm still way nose heavy, so we're going to put paint on it. But I have been known to bring these finishes out to a pretty high gloss finish from this state right here. It's a lot of sand, and we're going to add some more paint. More dope. More dope. Do the cowl and all kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't expect you guys to be too interested in this sanding stuff. Just a lot of labor. But boy, is it worth it when you set it down on the flight line. They go, ooh, ah. I got a good compliment from John this morning. Said, you're a good sander. Yeah, I know. I'm a sander, all right. Just labor. So this took about, to get it in this state today, it took about 8 hours. So we'll put another couple hours on it and be 10 hours today, and we'll watch, eat dinner, watch TV. And yeah, I could stream that whole time, but it knocks my metrics down when you guys don't hang on the channel. If I get a lot of people jumping on and off and not watching the content, YouTube looks at it and goes, oh, this guy's boring. Ooh, shoot. Went too far. We're going to have to do some doctoring here. Some ink doctoring. And of course, it's on the top. But that ain't nothing for a stepper. We'll fix it right up. Okay, where are you? There you are. Okay, what I didn't realize what I was doing, see, wet sanding cuts really quick. If you look at the stun hanger there, I've knocked some of the black paint off. Well, we're not stenciling it again. We'll just take the ink pen and fill it in. It'll look good as new after I clear it. We gotta, there's not much paint on this thing, so. You know, my Thunderbolt, the whole nose, all the checkerboards was done with ink. If you don't think thousand grit will cut, you're sadly mistaken. It will cut quick. Shoot, get that off. Okie dokie. Almost done here. Get some clear on this thing. Okay, see, I filled it. I filled it all in. Not a big deal. God, knives are full of shit. Get this off the bench so I don't kill myself. The alcohol. Wipe that dot off. Shoot. Shoot. You guys should know better than to do that with alcohol around ink. Of course, it's on the top, so you gotta get it fixed. Okay, we got it. Royal pain. I thought about outlining this blues, but I don't think so. My hands are steady, but there we go. And that's on the bottom, so we're okay. Oh, I got a spot here on the wicks I knocked out. You know, if you take a little color off of it, it's not that big a deal. Getting the highs off of it. Okay. That should do it. Okay, let me turn this compressor off so it doesn't come on while we're doing this. I'll drag the hose over here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish I could get an airline that didn't leak. Man. Yeah, can't ask for more than that, I suppose. Gotta get the inside yet. Gotta hold it while I change position, get the gun put back together. Yeah, I really dug into it. Touch it up with some light blue too. What the hell? That's the dark blue. I got some flap holders around here somewhere, but these kind of flaps are kind of hard to use on that machine that I got. I just normally just do it on the airplane. Now these flaps are built up. Make sure that you get the same amount of paint on each side of the flap or else it'll warp, which I had one warp on the other airplane. There's a little light blue on that. Medium blue here. Can you hear that? No bueno. We're not going to hit that with 320 though, because it's just That's just overspray. No bueno. Let's see here. Steve, are you on here? Are we getting plans tonight or what? Not as soon as he gets them to me. It's not that they're going to be eligible for release because I still got to write a code on the website so that you guys can purchase them via PDF. Yeah, we're getting clear off of it, so that's good. Now you hear? Now, if I go here, got a rough spot there. Trying to get that out of it. Gotta be smooth as a baby butt. You see how much clear has come off of that? The white there, that's clear. That's good. This is 25. Let's put it there. Found a good deal at AutoZone today. Get 6 sheets. 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000. 2 of each for the price of one pack. $7.99, I think it was. And I had to buy all 3 at $7.99. So I bought 2. Yeah, hear that? Grinding away. If you don't think you can, burn through the paint with 1,000 grit, you're sadly mistaken. There still. I'm gonna hit that with 400. And get that out with some 400. Hopefully it don't blow through the paint, flattening it out, which is not a big deal. I just touch it up with some light blue. Got unlevel. That's where the soap span. I guess I missed it. We'll get it. How much work do you want to do? I got it there. See all that white? That's all clear. I don't know what they've done to this clear, but you don't have to wait as long as it used to get it to powder off. It just within hours it's sandable. That's one good feature that they've added, or chemical they've taken out, or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to go any farther for fear that I'm going to burn into the tissue on that. So we'll sand it with 1000 now. Much better. Much better. The nice thing about doing all this, you know, you guys have seen me polish plenty of times, sand and polish. But you've never seen me sand and polish with an airplane that has this much dope on it. This one will really shine. Even my Monado didn't have this much dope on it. But I'm at such a light weight, I might as well go for it. $51 now. Figure by 53 should be a jewel, buddy. I did make my goal. I could have polished it at 50, but and tomorrow it might be back down. You know, it might lighten up again because it did gas off quite a bit. Yeah, we got it pretty much. Is the chat still working? Or are you guys sleeping? Yeah, it's working. Thank you, Todd. I wonder who my biggest fan is. I haven't seen him today. Okay, so we got that. I'm happy with that. So the next coat of clear, it's really gonna lay down nice. We got any over here? No, not really. Let's see here, where did that go now? There it is. Shit, right off again. Yeah, we won't clear anymore tonight, but we will tomorrow. Might go to ink tonight, depending. Can you guys hear that grind? Keep sanding until the grind goes away. I don't want to hear any zipper noise in there, that's for sure. Not good. Okie dokie. Let's see what Todd has to say. It says, the grind is audible. Yeah, but you don't want to hear that grind. You sand until it goes away. That's when you know it's smooth enough. Okay. Stayed straight. That stayed straight. That's good. Oh, yeah. You can hear that as I rub over it. But we're not going to sand that with 1,000. We're going to sand that with 25. We'll do 1,500. I don't want to take much paint off of that. I'm going to have to do these again. I think I'll have to coat those again before I sand. Get my gun. Yeah, really good. That's just good. So you see how you can get lost in the zen of sanding. We've been on this for 45 minutes now. And the more you sand, the shinier it'll be on the end coat. And at this stage, don't worry. If you sand through a little bit, that's nothing. Just take airbrush and tight, touch it up, because we're not at our final clear coat. But we're at the point now where I don't want to, any mistakes, any sand throughs that I do, I want them to happen now, because that clear in that can, when that goes on, there won't be any touching up. I mean, I hope not. We'll hope to have everything fixed by the time all the paint's on it. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I got a little spot right there. There's a spot. 25. I really appreciate you guys, the few of you that stick with me on this, because I know it's boring. I know it has to be boring. But it's boring doing it. It just has to be done. Yeah, we got that. One more coat of clear, that'll bury. It'll bury. But the biggest thing is, you guys, I probably didn't show it because I was pissed. had a big hole right here, and you cannot tell, except that it's shinier here because there's more dope on it, but it'll all even out when I get it all doped, painted, buffed. But there was a big, huge hole right here from the Windex bottle. You want to see a repair, look on my channel for the Monado series. The very first flight of the Monado, the one that I won the concourse with, I rolled over a stick and it ripped the bottom of the wing on the first flight. Ripped a big hole in the bottom of the wing, and I patched that on the channel, and you cannot tell where it was repaired. Well, I showed you that when I dropped the paint gun through my tucker, the mother tucker, I fixed that. You can't tell. Except it's got a different paint job. It used to have Dr. Pepper on it. Now it has mother tucker. But so far, so good. So we got that. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm just going over and I'm doctoring up the spots. And tonight, when I'm watching TV, I'll take the steel wool and I'll steel wool the whole thing, and then wipe it down with ATX and get it ready. If I'm going to do any inking, it'll be at that point. And I'm still debating whether to ink this or not, because Fabric airplanes don't have ink lines on them, but there'll probably be some on the fuselage anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I don't want to get involved as I did with the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts were a month worth of inking. I want to do this in one day and get the clear on it, and that's it. Any thoughts, guys? Nice and smooth out here, though. Good and smooth. It's turning out nice. Get the rest of that material on there, it'll be slick. And I'm figuring it's going to be 53 ounces, just like the other one. I've repaired that several times. Banging the rudder up. So thin back there. Don't take much to ding it. I think if I do another one that thin, I'll embed an 1/8-inch carbon fiber rod in there so it don't dent the rudder. Well, we got 6 minutes left on this program. What do you guys want me to cover? You want to see the weight of it? To show you I ain't kidding how much it weighs. It's just super light. I ain't like them other guys that tell you it weighs 50 ounces when it's really 70. That would kill me to have this weigh 70. It'd be tail heavy, it'd be all off. Got to add nose weight. I fixed up the Super Tiger decals today. I touched up them spots that I told you about in the nose. I didn't like the little white spots. I hit them with some dark blue. I'll go around, and if I'm going to do any touch-ups, now's the time to do it. If I got any, sand throughs or whatever, because we're at the home stretch. We're at the home stretch. Well, I thought I'd just come on here and let you guys know what I'm doing. I guess that's going to do it for this evening. I will I'll eat dinner and then come up here and continue to sand. I sanded on a little history. I put a little, go over there and see what he's doing. They build plastic models, and them guys from England are characters. Somehow I saw him monkeying with plastic models, putting radio control equipment in, and I got on there. He only had about, 30 or 40 subscribers when I found him. I said, Bud, that ain't going to fly at all. Not even close. It weighs about 3 pounds. It's a little tiny 1/32 or 1/24 scale Revell plastic airplane with radio gear in it. That ain't flying at all. And that's the one that jumped off and ground his fingers up. I mean, you got to give an A for effort for trying all that. And if he's having fun, hey, knock yourself out. He's going to go to Balsa Wood airplane soon, and we'll give him a hand with that. We'll show him how to do it. I can design his airplane from 6,000 miles away over the internet, I'm sure. He likes to build warbirds, crap like that. And I got all the books up there. I can give him the numbers. All right. Like, subscribe, share the videos, and I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. The same shit, different days. Sanding for the next week. See ya.